Live from Chevy Chase.
Welcome back. Do you think cybercrime only happens in the movies? Well, think again. Cybercrime is on the rise, and here to tell us about the fast-growing career opportunities in cybersecurity is Joey Police of Blue Edge Networks. It's today's Talk of the Town. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm grateful. Thank you.
Yes. Now, we have to ask you to start off, your last name is Police.
Police.
Is this why you got into cybersecurity?
Everybody asks me all the time, are you in, any kind of law enforcement? No, sadly, and that is not why.
Oh, okay.
It just so happens that
And you did not change your name. You were born with that name.
Born with that name.
Okay.
Yeah, for another time, we'll go into the history of it. But yeah.
Well, how'd you get your start in technology?
Great question. So when I was very close to their age, a little older, video games.
Okay.
And I realized these are a lot of fun. Now, this is going way back, but realized they were a lot of fun, and I wanted to figure out how can you begin to manipulate, how can we do more with these. That then just led me down a very long and great path.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been doing it a little over 30 years now.
That's amazing. You don't look old enough, but
Right.
Thank you.
cybersecurity. Talk a little bit more about what cybersecurity is and the different types of jobs you can have with
Sure. Cybersecurity right now is a word that I like to reference like medicine. If somebody said, I want to go into medicine, there are many different paths.
Right.
Now, cybersecurity is the same way. So the pathways and the doors that open up would be, for example, digital forensics, where you're doing forensics on any kind of data that might have to be litigated in a courtroom. There's cloud security, engineering security. There's incident response. If a company were to get attacked with ransomware or, well, let's call it, for lack of a better term, really bad viruses that shut everything down, right?
Yes.
Incident response, where you go in and you become the person and the team to take care of that and get them back on their feet. Those are just some of the examples in the past.
Wow.
So can you hack computers?
No, I am not a hacker.
Okay, you're
yeah.
the one
So,
trying to find the hackers.
a lot of people think that cybersecurity is a hoodie and in front of a computer. No, there are ethical hacking pathways that you can go, where banks, hospitals will hire you to go in to find out where the risk is and where are the gaps to find out how to secure them even better.
Okay. Is this what your company does?
So no, my company, not on the hacking level or the pen testing level. My company makes sure that, number one, you are not vulnerable. What are your risks? Doing risk assessments, and then maintaining and keeping that company's infrastructure confidential to make sure that that data has integrity and it's always available. Making sure that they're secure from every kind of digital aspect that there is.
Okay.
Now, these paths and these careers that you're talking about, do you have to go to college for these?
That is a great question. No. You do not.
Really?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
And a lot of people might be surprised to hear that, right? And I am not against, I have a college degree, right? I am not against that. If I could go back, there may have been some changes there. Does a college degree open doors for cybersecurity? Sure. If you want to go into government, Department of Defense, then yes. However, there are many other paths that you can go without a college degree. Those pathways do require additional education, but I always like to tell people that want to get into this field, your skill set and your experience will far outweigh those credentials in this field.
And some people want to get started right away.
Absolutely.
College is super expensive.
Right, and they may be in a position where they don't really know what type of education to go through in this path. Take your time. Take your time. There are many resources out there.
Yeah. And is this a recession-proof type of career?
Oh, that's a great question. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. So no matter what, every industry, the technology is the backbone of that organization. Have to have it. Whether it's email, cloud storage, documents, banking, you name it. There must be technology and security in place. So no matter what that economy is doing, you're still working.
Well, it's very interesting. You've been doing this forever. What advice do you have these youngsters that maybe you would have liked to have had at your age? 18.
At 18, I would say take your time, and if there are any aspects of this field, whether it's cybersecurity or whether it's any kind of technology platform, explore them all. and look at all of the different pathways that might interest you. I wish somebody had told me that. Back in my day, when I was going through my undergrad, there was one field, it was computer science.
Right,
That's
right.
it. It was just programming.
Yeah.
But now there are so many different areas.
Yeah, it's so exciting.
It is. It's a lot of fun.
All right, well, thank you for coming in and
Thank you.
enlightening us about cybersecurity. And we have all of the information for Blue Edge Networks up on your screen.
Coming up on Live from Chevy Chase.
All right, stick around. We've got more to learn because we're talking Pokemon, whatever that means. Up next, stay with us.